my degree from Rhodes University, I went to the UK with my family and did a postgraduate certificate in education with the Open University and qualified as a teacher in the UK. Got a fantastic experience working in government schools in the UK for a couple of years, but we wanted to come back home, my husband and I. So we brought our 3 children back, and I had a brilliant experience at Peterhouse, working there as a teacher, and I had middle management, senior management positions at Peterhouse. When my children all finished school, we then decided to go overseas and get further training and exposure in a top quality independent school in Suffolk. And I worked there for 4 years, teaching and also in management. And we really enjoyed that experience. It was fantastic, learned a lot, really sharpened up our skills in terms of what we offer in terms of education. And then somewhere along the line, this post came along that Hillcrest were requiring a principal. And being a former student, having been born and raised in Manicaland myself, I was born in Harare, but most of my childhood was in Manicaland. My father here was an advocate here in Mutare for a while. I came to the school, there was a very big pull to come back and add value to this great school. So that's basically the story behind it. So we left the UK and we're now back in our homeland. And my husband is also working at the school, developing the business side of the school and getting that all sorted and systemized and slick and fluid. And so hopefully we can get the school, which is a good school, to a great school. In 1985, January 1985, I was a Form 1 student at the college. It opened. The prep school had already been running for a few years, and I only started in Form 1. Our classrooms were down at the prep school, and in that first year there was only 2 Form 1 classes, 4 teachers, and Andy Cowan was our principal. We spent most of our afternoons planting the grass for all of our fields, and getting the whole setup here for us to move up a year later. So actually in January 1986 was our first time on this campus at the college, and we only had 1 set of classrooms here. And from there it grew, every year just grew by another class. So we started off with 2, and it just grew over the years. And it ended up really flourishing. I have so many fellow Crestonians who are very proud of the fact that they've been at the school. They loved their experience here. They loved it. It had a fantastic ethos. The school is a very kind school where people are happy. They feel that the staff care about them, and that ethos has never left the school. In spite of going on its ups and downs, like any school does, it's always maintained that very special ethos. And that is what's drawn me back to the school, because it's got a very special core to its meaning and what it's here for. And that's why I'm back here. So this school has got so much to offer. It's got space, it's got lots of hardworking staff who want to aspire to the best of their ability. And so our children learn to love learning. We want our children to love learning, so they become lifetime learners, and for the rest of their lives they just keep on wanting to gain information. And we also want them to become lifetime leaders, and everything rises and falls on a leader. And we're all leaders at the end of the day. We just have to be the best we can in that day. So my vision for the school is to get it from a good school to a great school, by empowering my staff, making them believe in themselves, giving them the skills that I've learned from overseas, so that we sharpen our education provision, and we continue to provide an enriching education for our children. So they have got a broad education. They can do cultural activities, they can do sport. We have a brilliant boarding facility for children who live out of town, where they feel cared for. I go and visit the boarding houses every week, both the prep school and the college. And I get a real sense of family there. I get a real sense of care and family. We're a small country school, but we can offer a lot for our community in Manicaland. And that's, I hope to develop that lovely ethos and let it flourish. I think a Crestonian has got a lot of resilience built into their education experience, and I've utilized that resilient trait throughout my life. That is what will carry me through my next stage, is the fact that Hillcrest, we work hard, we are grateful for everything we've got, and we don't have lots of things. It's not a very expensive school, but the things we do have, we're grateful for, and we want to make good use of them, and we want to build on that. And one of those things that we can build on is resilience, perseverance, and those are values that you can take with you wherever you go. So that's one thread that has never left me, is that from those days of planting fields where we're building our school from scratch, that's set me up for life, and I hope to be able to say, instill that with the children here, that you can start with humble beginnings, but it can set you up so well for life ahead of you. I welcome everybody in the Manicaland community and abroad, and even as far as Mozambique. They are welcome to come and visit us. They're welcome to come and join us. I would love their support, because with support we can build up an inertia. I would like us to become more of a community-orientated school and reach out to other schools within this community, bond with them, and actually raise the whole pillar of education in Manicaland, so that we become recognized and respected as an educational pillar in Manicaland as a community. So we can do this together. So I'd like to collaborate with other heads and see what we can do so that our children have a broad, enriching curriculum that will raise their academic aspirations as well as their sporting, cultural, emotional, well-being aspirations, and help us build the whole pillar of education in Manicaland. And Hillcrest can be the centre of that, but we'll also engage in our whole wider community, from Nyanga all the way down to beyond Chipingi. Well, the sporting is one part of the wedge of an education together with their academics. I acknowledge that we are out on a limb when it comes to accessibility to coaching. But what I'd like to do is develop the people that are already on my staff so that we can instill that love of sport, activity, health. And when it comes to specialized coaching and specialized skills, I'll have to outsource that to some extent. But I also want to train the staff that we have here and help them become more empowered and better at what they do, so that we can grow from within. And we'll do our best to be the best sporting school in that for our ability, but it's also got to come with a balance with our culture and our academics. So we are a broad-based school, and every child, whatever their tendency is, matters. Sport is important because it's part of our health and well-being. So I'll do my best to get the coaching from expertise to come and add to that.